Nigeria as a country is not a real place. So listen to me. If they explain Nigeria to you and you understand it, just know that they did not explain it to you well. You understand? They hide something from you. I am saying this because it is only in Nigeria that they will tell you not to defend yourself against Fulani herdsmen. Think about it very well. It's only in Nigeria that government money disappeared and they came out to say that it was a snake that swallowed it. A snake. If they explain Nigeria to you and you believe it, know that they did not explain it well to you. Justice Omotosho came and said that he wants to carry out accelerated trial. But it's only in Nigeria that acceleration means reverse. Acceleration means reverse in Nigeria. The case is now taking longer than even when it was not accelerated. So you can imagine that in Nigeria, words mean different things from their dictionary interpretations. So don't be surprised. For those of you foreigners who want to come to Nigeria, just be aware. The Nigerian meaning of things is different from the world meaning of things. Nigeria is not a real place. It's only in Nigeria that somebody will be in detention, DSS dungeon, and be going to court. And be going to court for 6 years, not coming from prison. Even in Russia, Alexei Navalny, who was the opposition leader to Vladimir Putin, that was being tried for treasonable felony and was being tried for conspiracy against the government of Russia. Vladimir Putin put him in prison and he was coming from prison to court. Why didn't Vladimir Putin put him in dungeon, DSS dungeon? It's only in Nigeria that the president has his own private prison to keep people. Private prison to keep people. That if he does not like you, he arrests you personally and puts you there. It's called DSS dungeon. Go there. Anybody you see there, that person is a political prisoner. Nigeria is not a real place. Even America has a special prison to keep terrorists. It's called Guantanamo Bay. It's a prison off the island of Cuba. Guantanamo Bay. They put hardened terrorists, hardened criminals there. Go there, you will see hardened criminal. That is a prison, maximum penitentiary. These terrorists in that prison are people who have committed different kinds of high-level crime against American country. Against America. Bombings, destructions. They are in prison, coming to courts. Somebody who opened the radio station, called it Radio Biafra, broadcasting to his own people, enlightening them, emancipating them on Biafra. The person turned out to be a terrorist and they kept him in a private prison for 6 years. They have not found him guilty. Still, he is still there. Therefore, it's only in Nigeria that somebody will not be found guilty of a crime, but the person would have served the sentence for that crime awaiting trial already. Only in Nigeria. If they explain Nigeria to you and you understand it, they did not explain it well. It's only in Nigeria that if you talk against government, either they come for you or they use money to silence you. They rather arrest you and silence you than listen to the problem that you raised in the first place. Only in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a real place. If they explain it to you and you understand, know very well, it's not Nigeria that explained to you. Fulani herdsmen destroyed lands, raped people, and disappeared. Nobody came to the rescue of the community. No police, no army, no nothing. They were left to their fate. But the youth woke up and decided to go and, defend themselves. Guess what happened? the police arrested 10 to 15 of the youths that were defending themselves in Benue State. If they explain Nigeria to you and you understand it, know very well that it's not Nigeria that was explained to you. The social injustice going on in that contraption, as I'm speaking to you now, is too high. All they care about is politics, money, oil money, revenue. That is all about Nigeria. And if you come in between them and their money and their politics, they can slaughter you. Nigeria does not care about the poor. The poor people are suffering. They are dying. Nigeria does not care about that. All Nigeria cares about is politics, oil money, allocation sharing, and that is all. If you come between them and these things, they slaughter your neck. Nigeria is not a real place. And yet, if you come out today to say you want your own country, you are tired of Nigeria, you are tired of the way the things are working in Nigeria, either they silence you or they kill you off. They don't want anybody to come and spoil their party. There is a party going on in Nigeria. The party of sharing money. The party of sharing meat. The party of sharing soup. And the Britain is the chef in that party. The party is going on as people are suffering. In fact, the more people are suffering, the more that party is going on. That is why till today, no matter the kind of poverty going on in Nigeria, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, the World Bank are ready to still borrow Nigeria more money, to still give Nigeria more aid. They are confidently giving Nigeria aid instead of teaching Nigeria how to come out of poverty, of how to take care of the citizens. You will never see the World Bank, you will never see the IMF draw programs for Nigeria to say, do this for your people, do this for the poor, and do this for the downtrodden, so that your people will come out of poverty. No, they will not do that. They create this poverty artificially. They create this poverty to make sure that people will keep on being dependent on government loan, on government. And they end up dragging Nigeria to collect loan from them, so that Nigeria too will be dependent on them, as the people are dependent on Nigeria. So see how it works. Nigerian people are begging the government, while the government is begging the IMF. Who is fooling who? And who is the IMF? The IMF, of course, is the world order. Britain, France, US, Germany. Call them, they are the IMF. That keep the world impoverished for their impoverished reason. To control the governments of the world, to put them in their palms so that they will never ever rise. And if they can keep millions of people impoverished, they can keep the world impoverished, so that the few on top will hold the wealth of the world. And Nigeria thinks that it is enjoying, not knowing that a freedom for Biafra will still mean a freedom for Nigeria. Because when Biafra gets its freedom, every other nation inside Nigeria will start seeing the truth. They will start asking themselves questions, because now they will see a change in Biafra land and will want to also do the same. That is what Britain does not want. They don't want Nigeria to break up, because they know that if Biafra goes, Nigeria is gone. Nnamdi Kanu has always said it, that Britain will do everything possible to keep Nigeria going for their selfish purposes. Nigeria is a project. It's a project. Anybody who doesn't follow that project will end up in prison or losing his life. Thank God that Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. I don't know what even touches their heart, because what they planned for Nnamdi Kanu, they planned it on that Python dance. And let me tell you what to shock you. Whatever they planned for Nnamdi Kanu was planned during Python dance. And it will shock you to know that Britain played a very big role in that Python dance. Who kept Nnamdi Kanu alive today is just God, nobody else. Their plan was to do away with him the rough way, the rugged way, the coded way, the CIA way. That was the way. Assassination, of course. Using Nigerian government to do it. But somehow Nnamdi Kanu was saved. How he was saved is a story from that day. I am still doing my digging. I'm still doing my fact checking. It is a very deep espionage, and I will tell you this in due course, because the plan of the British was to exterminate him. But God was fighting for him. And the God of Biafrans is a God people do not know. If they explain Nigeria to you and you understand it, they did not explain Nigeria to you well. Ndị Igbo, ndewo. I have been your host, Chi Ne Du. Thank you for watching my video. So I see you next one. Peace.